Lakehopper is a game that could very well be described as plain mechanic simulator combined with sort of modern future green tech and a little bit of flight simulator in there, all made by an indie developer. What could go wrong? There's two modes we can play this with. The default start says the plane is fully disassembled, so let's do that. It's the default option after all. Alright, we are in. So this is the world of Lakehopper. What do we have here? We've got goods crates. So these are things we have to deliver. And these are jobs we have to do. Alright, let's go have a look at our plane. What do we have here? Oh, this is refueling. Okay. Let's have a look. Open rear door. And we're gonna just go on in. Alright, it's not too bad. Oh, we've got like 2 different crouch heights. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna need that. Wait, what's this? Power plant access. What does that mean? Power plant access. I do not know. That's a fair few controls, but not as many as I've seen in planes, but I think some parts are missing. Right, close the doors. Wouldn't want anything to happen to those. I see, we are missing engines. Let's go and look for those. Maybe that's what we need to do. Oh, I'm in the water. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, that is a float plane. And I believe it's a similar model to the one that the Canadian firefighters use for wildfires, and they can land on the water to scoop up water. I don't know if that's a firefighting plane. I assume it's not, but it looks like one of those. Right, what do we have in here? Magnoprop core. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. So when I said this was a sort of plain mechanic game, it's that plus flight simulator stuff, because there's a lot more. Like, this is my summer car, but with planes. And I don't think there's any instructions. Alright, well, let's go figure this out. Well, we can actually pick up our instrument panel. We can go and put that in the plane, because I know where that goes at least. See, that goes all the way up here. I know that. So we can attach that. Is there actually a way under? Oh, we can go all the way under here. Aha. Alright, now as for the rest of the plane, we do have these spots over here, which I guess is where the engines are going to go. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff inside that we're going to do as well. So let's take a look at that. So these are internal racks that we got to put things. We got goods racks. I think we could take some of these because we definitely need them. I'm sure there's probably a way to attach these. Maybe we don't do this one yet. Main LH2 tank. I guess that's the fuel tank, and these are fuel cells. Let's see. Do we have a spot to attach this one? This seems like it's too big to fit inside the plane. And maybe that's not for that. Like, let's try this. Let's try the fuel cell stack. Maybe that goes somewhere. Because it looks like something should fit in here. But this just doesn't seem to. Maybe we need this power plant support frame. Maybe that's supposed to go in there first. See, we're learning. I don't know if this game actually has a tutorial. I assume it will eventually have one. Yeah, there we go. That's clicking in there. So I think now the fuel cells fit in there. Let's have a look. Nope, that still doesn't go in there. Okay. Oh, fuel cell housing. Aha, okay, so maybe we need this first. I wonder if there's a way to like build the assemblies inside and then bring them outside? Yeah, so this is supposed to go in there. Okay, that's see, that's not wanting to stay there. And I don't know why. Oh, we have to attach it properly. Yeah, I can see there are like screws and stuff. Maybe we need tools. You know, things don't just plonk into place. Maybe we need tools. Let's go find some tools. There we go. That's the wrench button. So we have the wrench. We got to tighten all that up. And oh yeah, we have to do that for the instrument panel as well. There we go. Okay, so now this should fit inside there. There we go. Okay, now there is supposed to be another fuel cell housing. But while I was doing this, I tried to put it down on the floor, and it fell. So now it's down there, and I don't know how to swim down, so I can't get it. So this is going well. I guess we only need one fuel cell then. We're gonna have half the fuel that we would otherwise have. And we're gonna stick it on in there. There we go. Right, so I put this thing in here, which is supposed to be the air intake for the fuel cell. I don't know why they would. I know in cars, you need, like, air to come in whenever fuel goes out. So I'm assuming it's the same for planes. But then I also know that planes pressurize at, like, different levels. So I don't fully know how that affects it. Like, whether it would do the same thing at different altitudes. Like, how does that work? And then that one's the hydrogen. That's all going in there. But we're missing one of our fuel cells. Which is, you know, not ideal. But now that I know what I'm doing, I think maybe, I should start again. Okay, so now we know don't drop anything on the deck of the plane because it will fall off. So one thing at a time. And make sure you do up all the bolts. Oh, we have one of these. I can bring like a bunch of items. Does that work for this? Yeah, that was wishful thinking. Right. Fuel cell housings. I'm going to do them one at a time so I don't drop anything through the floor. And just for good luck, I'm doing it on this side first. Now, the question, of course, is can you assemble stuff inside the workshop and then put them inside the plane afterwards? Well, the answer is yes, you can. We've got these battery units that we can kind of assemble like this and then attach them into the plane. So I could have done the same thing with the fuel. I could have assembled everything and then brought it out there. But, you know, we live and we learn. Unless, of course, something falls apart while we're in the air, then I guess, well, we could have learned. Alright, instrument panel going in. And we still have one more fuel cell to do, and then all of the plumbing. And then we're doing engines. And there we go. That's all the plumbing put in for that. There are a few sensors, like this one over here. There's a sensor right there that I had to put in, and another one over here. And that one. Not 100% sure what exactly those sensors are, but the fact that they are there. I mean, it does say, I just didn't catch it in time. But yeah, that is all in there, which is really, really nice. Quite nicely detailed, this game. I mean, I know that's what they're going for, but still, it's nice to see it. Now, I was wondering where these big tanks go, and then I saw this up here. Like a support rack for the tanks. So does this go? Yes, it does. That goes there. And then this goes on the side. And then this one goes on the side as well. And then we attach all of these. Now, I'm not exactly sure where on the plane this goes. Like, maybe it goes inside somewhere, but I just don't know where. And these are LH2 tanks, which I'm guessing are another kind of fuel or oxidizer or something. But we're going to find out. We're going to bring that into the plane. We'll bring it near the plane and see where it clicks in. Because it goes green where it's in the right place. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, hang on. I need to get back on land again. Okay, there is a spot. I think it might be in the belly of the plane. So let's have a look here. I want to see this. So it really just does go right under the floor there. That is interesting. I don't fully know what this does. Like, maybe these are some kind of fuel tank? I'm not sure. Okay, now we've got this pipe that I gotta fit in there somewhere. Ah, okay, so all of these go into the tanks here. Yeah, so there's a fair bit of plumbing that we gotta do. I'm gonna bring all the pipes out here and start connecting them. And see what that looks like. We've got all these pipes down here. Right, so I've got a bunch of things connected to these tanks now. And I'm still not done yet. You can see these holes here, there's still some more to go. We've got sensors and all sorts of pipes going on. And they're still not fully plumbed yet. And I don't fully know what's going on. It would have been easier to install all these on the tanks before bringing them to the plane, in hindsight. But, again, did not know that. So this is what we're doing. I just noticed, so we got these goods racks that were here that fit into this big rack here, and then that becomes one entire assembly. This game is just about figuring what assembly goes to where, because these battery racks go in here too. So it really is just, yeah, which assembly is the biggest part, and then attach everything to that. And then if there's no biggest part, well, the biggest part is the plane. But is that how actual planes work? So let me have a look here. So this support ring, that goes there. And then where do these propeller blades go? So these go here. Ooh, okay. There we go. That's fine. Now, I don't see any engines. Unless this is the engine that I'm building. But I have a feeling it's probably not. And this cowl doesn't go on there, so I don't know where that goes. Oh, they've got the bottom of the cowl. That goes there. And the top of the cowl goes there. There we go. Okay, that works. All right. I mean, I don't know if that's the entire engine. It feels like it shouldn't be, but let's go and try to put this on the plane and see how that looks. Oh, look at that. Okay, that does actually fit. Starting to think that, I don't know, it feels like there's something missing there. I'm gonna grab one of these and bring them into the plane and see if there's a spot for it already. Or I'm gonna fall into the ocean carrying a bunch of batteries. This is the third time that's happened this week. Right, so that can go there. It is clipping through the floor, so it does feel like this may have been something I needed to do later. But it's fine. We'll work our way through it. It's okay. But things are definitely coming together. Literally. Wait a minute. This goes here? Is this an electric engine plane? Magnoprop. With a superconductor. It's magnetic? So we have like electromagnetic engines? Okay, this is suddenly more futuristic than I thought it was going to be. I'm not 100% sure how to feel about that, but essentially, if I put this on, like this, and then we attach a bunch of these around, like that, this is what was missing. All of these parts are engine parts. I knew something was missing. It's just because it didn't look like a normal engine. Okay, quick question for all the aviation people watching this. Would this work? Like, would an electric engine plane actually work? Because I have to wonder now. Especially in the context of what we're doing here. Because I have seen that there are some, like, battery-powered planes that have existed before. But this seems to be like a sort of commuter or cargo plane, and I'm not so sure if it would work that well for that. Alright, so this one's going up into the plane. So this is actually a complete engine, whereas the other one isn't. So that needs to be fixed. Going to put that in. I think I have a couple of bolts to turn here too. Yes, we do. Alright, it is starting to come together. Alright, so that is everything except for the superconductors for the left engine. So let's get that done, and this plane is ready to fly, I assume. Unless I'm completely missing something. Alright, one last quick check. Everything is out of here, so that means everything should be on the plane as it should be. So let's just close up that and that. So we got our racks over here. Should I turn the batteries on? Let's turn them on. I'll turn them all on. Got 6 battery banks there. Let's go to the pilot seat. So let's figure out, how do we fly this thing? Alright, we've got a lefty righty. Rudders. And that's our throttle. Okay, how do we start? How do we... Wait, I can just detach the magnoprop from here? Okay, let's not do that. Start. Okay, oh no. Okay, wait. Motor. Motor. Starter. No. Okay. Turbo boost mode? Let's go to auto. What do we have here? Electric master on. Oh! Okay, slow down. Okay. I don't know if I detached the rope from the dock or not. I don't think I did. No, I definitely did not. Okay, this is bad. Well, we're taking off now. I still have a rope attached to the plane. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Okay, how do I detach that? I should probably... Okay, let's just shut down real quick. I'm gonna close the power plant access doors. I didn't turn everything else on. Okay. So... let's, I I'm gonna exit the pilot seat real quick. How do I detach this? Oh, there we go. Detach rope. Oh, no. Get me back inside. No, 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 no. Drop the rope. Okay, okay. Get me back inside. Get back inside. Okay. We're okay. And I'm gonna detach that rope and I'm gonna drop it. There we go. Now we are free. Onwards. I do not know. Wait, flaps. How do we deploy flaps? How do we do flaps? I do not know how to do flaps. Alright, let's just take off. Go, 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 go. What's our speed? Okay, whoa! Oh, we're underwater. We're flipping over. Okay, this is very bad. I have all the problems right now. Incidentally, we're upside down now in the water, and I do believe we might be running out of fuel. Overall, good first test flight. Oh, I see F and V does it. Okay, so we got 30-degree flap, I think is for takeoff. Or do we want 60-degree? I think 30 is fine. We might be slightly low on fuel right now. So I might actually just coast us back to the... just back to the dock for now. So we can go and refuel. But this is actually working. I am curious how our engines are still working if we're out of fuel. I'm guessing it's to do with the fact that they are electric and we still have battery power. Let me check. Yeah, we're at 6% battery, so we're actually about to run out of battery power. So we better get back to the dock really quick, or we might not actually be able to take off at all. Okay, how do I stop? How do I... yeah, I don't know how to do that. Although this does look pretty smooth. I can do that. Let's cut off our engines. Let's do that. Well, just as well, I do believe we are completely out of everything. I should have probably turned the starter motors off earlier, but it's fine. Alright, we can go and refuel. This will be okay. I think we're close enough anyway. Alright, so we can pull. We can pull the rope. Oh, I can use this to turn the plane around. Hang on. Let's drop the rope. I want to attach it to the nose. There we go. Alright, pull. This way. Come on. Turn. Yeah, there you go. Bobbing around. Turn, turn, turn. And I'm going to... come on. Okay, that might not be what we were looking for. I'm gonna pull. Come on. I don't want it to be forward. Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna attach it here. I think that'll be fine. So we need this. This is fuel. Okay, so I need to detach that, and I need to attach it somewhere. There's gotta be a place here to refuel it. Is it down here? Maybe on one of these? Where do you refuel? Oh, there it is, outside. There's a refueling port out there. Okay, so I've attached that. Now I need to do something. I need to tank cutoff open. Must be open for refueling. H2 cutoff, do I need that? I think I need to close that. And then turn that off. I don't know. Anyway, let's start the pump. Okay, let's see how that does. Alright, auxiliary tanks are full. Our main is refilling now. Okay, it's full. So does that mean it's gonna start recharging the batteries? I don't know. Okay, we detach. I'm gonna put that back. Okay, so now we should be refilled. Oh, I need to detach that rope. Actually, I'm gonna close this door. That's how confident I am. All right, so we're in the pilot seat again. Now, electric master on. I think we definitely need that. I'm gonna put the boost mode to auto. Battery electric on. Fuel cutoff is off. Tank cutoff is closed. And then we should turn motor masters on and off. And then starter circuits on. Right? Does any of that make sense? Hold up. Are we recharging? I don't know. If the batteries are completely flat, would that even work? Okay, let me try flipping that open. And then let's try again. Nope. It is just not working now. Okay, let's start one engine at a time. No, it's just not starting now. So let me get this straight. I have fuel now, but I don't have battery power, and we can't get the engine started because the engines run on electricity, but the electricity is used to recharge the battery, and we don't have any battery left to get the motors moving. I think that's what's going on right now. Alright, let's try this again. I reset the entire plane and had to do some reassembly, but I forgot to refuel it again. Hang on. So those two over there are the auxiliary tanks, I'm guessing, and then the fill level that's going up slowly is the main. And I'm guessing we can have maybe upgraded tanks to have more later on. So while this is an electric engine plane, it is running on what I believe is liquid hydrogen or just hydrogen gas. I'm not quite sure. It did say LH2, so I'm guessing that means liquid hydrogen. Like, I've heard of this kind of thing for cars. Like, you get hydrogen fuel cell cars. It'd be interesting to see if it works for a plane. Right, so let's close that now. And then we can detach our rope. There we go. And close the door. Right. Okay. So, electric master on. Electric master on. Charge circuit on. Boost to auto. I don't know if that's really what I need to be doing, but we'll do that. Start and power. Nothing is happening. Do I have to put the cutoff to on? Open or close? Fuel cutoff on sounds like you're cutting off fuel to the power plant, so I don't think that's correct. Oh, I need to turn on the batteries. Hang on. Yep, we're moving. Yep. Okay, back to it. So are we outputting power? Fuel rate. Not using any of that. We're at 100%, so our batteries are discharging though, so I don't know if that means we are... Oh, I can turn these off now that they're started. That might help. Alright, well, let's see if we can get this bird into the air. Alright, so our flap's going down to 30. And we're gonna power up. And I'm just gonna slowly bring that power up. I am concerned that we're not recharging the engines, because that's a... Yeah, that motor... Well, that battery's at 46%. Charge circuits are on. Do I have to turn that... Battery main breaker? Battery charge is on. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now we've got... Okay, we've got H2. Are these going to start recharging? Because they're going down kind of fast. Alright, I'm going to give it full power now. They're discharging really fast. Oh, we are yawing hard. Alright, pull up, pull up, pull up. Up we go. Come on, up we go. Are we gonna take off anytime soon? Oh, I think we are in the air. Oh yeah, we are gaining altitude. There we go. We're flying! Alright, batteries are at 10%. Alright, I think I can reduce the flaps now. That just makes it want to pitch down. Autopilot. Well, that's an ominous sound. We're at 0% battery. I don't know what I've done wrong. I seriously have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Well, we've learned that even when the instructions are right here, I do not know how to read. But I can at least build an entire airplane without necessarily reading the instructions, because there are none. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave that one there. That is Lakehopper, at least a playtest of it. This is a very, very interesting plane game, because although it's a very basic plane flight simulator anyway, and it does look like, I mean, there's a co-pilot seat, so there may be co-op multiplayer in the future, who knows, but this is an indie game, and as you can see, flight physics are still definitely a work in progress. It does at least give you the ability to recover the plane very quickly. But yeah, I'm quite impressed by this. Obviously, the building aspect, and from what I see, the mechanic aspect of this game is going to be more of the main focus of it. So if you are into that like I am, this is one to keep an eye out for. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Do a barrel roll. You're damn right we can do the barrel roll. Uh oh, that's the water. Okay. Oh, I'm going in. We're okay. We're not okay.